What's up, guys? It's your old pal Corey here. Anyways, we're rolling right now. We got the Cobb Acsess port all tuned up and ready to go. This is going to be the in-the-car sound / review of how I feel about everything since it's been installed. It is over here, what you will see when I switch it right now. And now it is, you've seen that was used with the Canon EOS 80D, so it was probably a bit of a camera difference there. So we're going to start it up. This is a cold start, and we're going to go get the car washed, and then we're going to make an intro. So when I start the car up, the Cobb system loads up right away, and it shows a picture of my car. That's essentially the way it came. It says Acsess port, and then it shows the picture of my car, except it is black instead of the same color as mine, and then it uploads all the gauges, which the gauges that I'm currently using is actual air-fuel ratio, boost pressure, and charge air temperature and battery voltage, which I really only see necessary for 3 gauges, but I'm using 4. And then there's parameters and logging or not logging on there. So you can log all that data if you want to send it in and update your tune or do whatever you want to do. For right now, we are going to go get the car washed and kind of do a little review on our way there and or on our way back. I am currently gonna have to stop at Honda because I don't have, oh nope, I do have some car wash tokens, so let's get on the road. All right. Immediately, the first thing that you're gonna notice if you have a stock ST or an ST that doesn't have any upgrades and you do the stage 1 tune, the first thing you're going to realize is the throttle response is insane. You're essentially gaining about 11% increase on horsepower and probably 12 to 13% increase on torque, which in my opinion for a stage 1 tune, and not being pro tune, not having a turbo back exhaust or intercooler. Now I have a Cobb catback exhaust and also a Cobb cold air intake on this car, so I'm running a stage 2 tune on this car. The biggest thing that I realize is the power band is way different. It's a lot different than it was. Also, the turbo sounds a little bit louder for some reason. I don't know why it does, but it's probably because it's creating a little bit more boost. The previous tune was running right around 20 psi. Now I'm at about 23.5 psi. So we're running about 3 pounds boost more than we used to. So that might be why the turbo is a little bit louder. But once we get the downpipe and the intercooler on there, we will go full stage 3 and probably stratified tuned or pro tuned, whichever. But anyway, since it was a cold start, the car's not fully warmed up. We're not going to get into it quite yet. The only thing we are going to do is drive to Honda, where I get my car washed for free, get it washed, and then because it snowed here the other day, the car's dirty, it's got salt on it, and B, I want to do a pretty different intro for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you guys are in the Focus community, the Focus ST or RS community, essentially you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the Cobb Acsess port, or anybody that has a WRX or anybody that runs anything that Cobb uses, which, to be honest with you, the technology that Cobb's putting out and, you know, all these different tunes that you can upload, and then manage and watch your air-fuel ratio. They got so many settings with inside the Cobb Acsess port. It's absolutely insane. So I can monitor my boost pressure and my air-fuel ratio as I'm driving, and it's immaculate. The car is way more torquier than it used to be. I would say that I'm roughly in the 280 horsepower range. Now that's a guesstimate. It has not been put on the dyno. This is a 2015 Ford Focus ST. Like I said, with a Cobb intake, a Cobb exhaust, and a stage 2 tune, and that's on 93 octane. So I'm thinking about going E30 with an E30 tune, just because there are gas stations in this area that provide corn fuel, pretty much E30 anyways. So I'm gonna probably switch to that once I get the downpipe and the intercooler, because right now it is 48 degrees out and my charge air temp's at 60 degrees, which isn't bad at all. And that's an amazing thing to be able to monitor. Now the car, you know, is not warmed up. You want to go off of your fuel pressure and also your fuel, or not your fuel pressure, your oil pressure and your oil temperature before you actually start getting into the car. You want, you know, there to be a good fuel temperature, or gosh dang it, not fuel. You want there to be a good oil temperature running through your turbo before you start really getting into it. That's a good way to blow your turbo up. So anyways, just make sure you're monitoring your systems and all that through the Cobb Acsess port. For $500, you know, unless you're going for strictly sound. Now, I have 2-step launch control, which does build boost prior to launch at 3,500 RPM. And then you can hold down the minus key for your cruise control, and it'll allow you to launch that way, but it doesn't build boost. 2-step is the only way it builds boost, which is about 3 PSI at launch. So you're getting about 3 pounds of boost at launch, where before you weren't. I think that's awesome, and there'll be a section of this video where you guys will get to hear that. There is quite a bit of tunes from Stratified that I might test out once I get the downpipe on there. One being the Crackle Pop tune. You know, just a couple different things. As of right now, though, I cannot complain with the way that Cobb's tune is actually working. The car is, you know, relatively getting the same type of gas mileage it was before, as long as I'm driving the car like I was and I'm not constantly getting on it. Now, of course, I have been getting on the car more often than I used to, just to make sure everything's running correctly. And to be honest with you, it's running like a dream. Like I said, the throttle response is insane, and you can tell a huge difference in your horsepower and torque curve. It really will throw you in your seat, and it's just a fun car. I would compare it to a Stage 1 WRX STI or something along those lines. You know, in my opinion, from cars that I've driven, I would put it up against a 370Z Nismo Edition, with maybe a cold air intake and exhaust. You know, it's just a really good car. It's super torquey. This turbo is insane when it comes to torque. Your torque numbers are really up there. But hopefully this GoPro doesn't die before I'm able to actually get on the car. But I decided to record with the GoPro Hero 5 Session instead of the black to see if the sound quality is a little bit better.
K-band.
That would be my radar detector, and that was a Cobb. Anyways, so we're gonna go in here to Honda and get a car wash done. Hopefully it's not packed. Today is Friday, so hopefully there's not very many people up here. Right now my actual air-fuel ratio is 14.70, negative 29 boost, negative 10.29 boost, and charge air temp is at 65.1 with a battery voltage of 14.90, which means everything is running 100% correctly. When I get on the car, it's right around 12.9 air-fuel ratio, which is really good. And then of course, when you let off the throttle, it goes up, I think, into the 30s or 40s. I have to check, I can't remember. But yeah, it's doing its job. The tunes are amazing. So, what I'm saying is if you have a Ford Focus ST and you're not worried about the sound of the car. Now, I wanted to get the Cobb exhaust and intake before I got the Cobb Acsess port because I like the sound of my car. I wanted that first, so I got that first, and then got the Cobb Acsess port, which allowed me to run stage 2 at 93 octane, and it's running great. I got no complaints on that. So anyways, guys, at this point we are at the car wash. There's a little bit of a wait. Don't want the GoPro to die, so I am going to cut the video right here. I'll pick it up when I'm out of the car wash. Alright guys, so we just got out of the car wash, and now we are about to, well, the wheels and tires are, well, the tires are wet, so we'll take it a little easy, but the car's warmed up, the car's washed, we gotta dry it off a little bit, so we gotta get on it a little bit. And yes, there is a huge difference. So for $500, if you don't have anything done to your ST, $500, you get a stage 1 tune. Even if you just put a green air filter in there, have the stock air box or a Cobb intake, which is $50, and do a stage 1 tune, you're gonna notice a huge difference. It's an amazing thing for what it is. And then any and everything you do to the car from there on out is upgradable, so it's awesome. Right now I set up the gauge to tell me what my estimated horsepower is, so we'll see what that is when I get on it in probably 3rd gear, when boost is at its peak, which is right around 23.5, 22, 23, somewhere in there. Traffic. Quite honest, I don't know why I went this way. Estimated horsepower reading when I'm in 3rd gear at about 4,000 RPMs, about 230. If it was to get to about 5,000, I would say it would be around 260. But at the same time, that's estimated. That's not on a dyno, so it's probably not going to be 100% accurate. That's for sure. But not too far off. You know, because at idle right now, it's saying we're at 1.5 horsepower. 4,000 RPM right now. But the torque numbers are what's insane on this car. As you can see, and I'm in 4th gear right now, you can see the torque is just insane, and I'm at a little over 2 grand. The throttle response and torque is just insane. So, like I said, the Acsess port is an amazing upgrade, whether you got a stock ST or an ST like mine. You know, that doesn't have a front mount intercooler, that doesn't have a downpipe right off the turbo. So, you know, I'm stage 2, not stage 3. Technically, I could run a 93 stage 1 tune, but stage 2 93 is running perfectly fine for me, so I'm going to leave it there. That was a nice looking S2000 just went by. What's also nice is I have a shift light at about 5,500 to 6,000 RPM. The shift light comes on. Guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the in-car sound. You hear the turbo smart blow valve along with the Cobb exhaust and the new tune. I will get the big camera out and we will do some two-step recording so you guys can hear the two-step, which is also really nice because two-step gives me 3 pounds of boost on launch, where it didn't used to be that way. Alright guys, so anyways, I'll catch you all on the DSLR. Alright, so as you guys can see, there's quite a bit of changes to the car. One being the biggest change, and that is going to be, of course, the Acsess port, which is right here. And the gauge readings, close this door so we have a little bit of, so the gauge readings up at the top, you got your actual air fuel, then you got your boost pressure, and then so actual air fuel, you can see when I rev the car up, it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And then we have boost pressure, and we have charge air temp, and then we have oil temperature, which I think is a good necessity. So anyways, that's where I have it mounted, and then everything else inside the car is there. With that being said, this is an absolute amazing setup. I'm super happy with it. So with that being said, we're gonna get some glamour shots of outside the car, and then that way we can end this video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button. If you guys want more videos on stuff to come with this car, and also because there's a lot coming: suspension, rims, different tires, aka summer/race tires, and then also a lot more stuff is coming to this car. So if you guys like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. There's a lot of videos to come, period. Gaming related, car related, moto vlogs are coming back as soon as the temperature allows me to. So all that stuff's going to be coming here soon. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, do it, please. And then also make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Anyways, I hope you guys are all having an amazing, beautiful, wonderful day. Living your lives to the fullest. And don't forget to keep it real, speak that trust, and peace in the world. Alright guys, I will catch you on the next one.